feelings. Now I'm going to say this. There are people out there, there are women out there, there are men out there that view reality and their sex as like some collective they're a part of. It's their sex versus the world. Okay, some people have master race ideologies where it's their group against the world. The same thing's happening with gender, and this is all by design. This is all manufactured to keep us at war with each other. So if behavior is criticized, because, by the way, the majority of men and women are fully asleep. Only the minority of men or women are awake to even the basic fundamentals of life, and that's just how things are on Earth. Unfortunately, we live in a day and age in reality where if you criticize unconscious behavior, someone gets offended and they think that they're personally being attacked. The reality is something was said that triggered their anger, because much of what I speak about deals with self-responsibility. Why do we act the way that we do? Why don't support the people? Why don't we support the people that we should? Why do people support the people that they shouldn't support? These are fundamental questions of life. And so for years I've been doing this show, and I've raised certain issues, and I've seen people act offended if they say, well, you can't criticize behavior from the opposite sex or same sex, okay? Because we're a part of a collective. We stand together. You supposedly or perceived to be insulting the behavior of one of us, then you're attacking all of us. Now, there doesn't seem to be a consistency there in the collectivist mindset, because there are women that have been raped by Western troops for many years. It's a huge issue. And you know that rape is a big issue in the media here in the United States. There's all this propaganda out there that is actually skewing the reality of what is actually going on in college campuses. And it's created a very fearful environment. Well, that's all by design to keep us fighting each other. But if people really view things from a collectivist standpoint, you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us, where are their cries from the feminists and the women in regards to the allegations of gang rape towards Iraqi and Afghan women? And now we are looking at the core of the problem within the human condition. And apathy is a bigger issue than what most people are willing to face and deal with. And like I said, this is a subject that I'll be talking about more at great length and writing about more at great length in the future. But I want to plant some seeds right now and help people understand that this is a huge issue. And the solution to ending this problem is to end apathy and have compassion for all women on the earth that are suffering. With that, this is the account of a woman that was raped several years ago in Iraq. There are many, many cases and stories. This is just one of many. We'll be back.
قالت يعني ما ترضي مو تحكي. قلت له دا اقول لك اني ما عندي شيء، دا اقول لك اني ما عندي شيء. قال ما عندي شيء. عاد واحد منهم جطلنا بالقاع، بس شنو صار راسي وين على الكاشي. عاد سوى اللي سواه هو، يعني ادنالي. اجا ذاك هماتين ادنالي، وجا ذاك الثالث هماتين. بس اتوسل بيه وابكي يعني. بس هو يعني شلون صام حلقي، ما يعني خليني اطلع صوت على مود ذول الجماعة هم وياه. عاد واحد من عندهم قال ها كملتوا؟ نجي احنا هماتين ندنا. عاد بيها قالوا لا جت ترى لجنة امريكية. عاد اخذوني للقاضي، قال ظل يحكي حكاية منه وحكاية منه. عاد قال لي انت ما عندك سوالف يعني مو زينة، ما احد يدناك يعني ما فات بيتش للدعارة. قلت له لا ما عندي هيجي. جاي يقول لي اكيد؟ قلت له اي اكيد ما عندي هيجي. عاد من ماذا ابو نجمتين خلى يدي على صدري قال لي انت خوش يعني صدرك يعني زين بعدك يعني ها. قلت له انت شو تدري من جاي يقول صمحك شو سكت احسن لك. عاد واحد من عندهم قال لي اسمع. قلت له عافيه بدعت امك وابوك طلعني. قال لا بروح امي اطلعك بس بشرط تعطيني شغله من عندك وحده. قلت له شيء يقول ادنالك. قلت له لا ما اقدر انا.
All right.
طببني بغرفه يعني بها سلاح.
I cannot recall many situations or instances in my life where I have seen members of the opposite sex in the United States or elsewhere protesting in large demonstrations in response to these atrocities taking place. And I've come to certain conclusions as to what is taking place within the human condition. And some of these ideas I haven't shared to the public yet in full. And there, again, there's this misconception that if you criticize someone's apathy, that you're attacking women, or that you're trying to hold them down or control them or tell them how to feel. What I understand to be the truth, and what I have experienced, and what other men have experienced, and what some women are also waking up to, is that something, and this relates back to that clip that we played from Fantastic Planet. Something happened in our ancient past that I believe rewired or adulterated our sexual wiring. The types of humans that we're attracted to, that we want to be with, that we want to have sex with. There's something natural and seemingly unnatural about what makes us tick and what attracts us to certain people out there. In particular, what attracts certain women out there to dominating men, violent men. Because the truth of the matter is, the solution lies with women to upgrade their own sexuality as to the men they procreate with, and thus the type of children that they bring into the planet. Now, I know this is a controversial view, and I am aware that some people think that it's attacking women, and yet we are talking about a human condition, not human nature, but the human condition and human conditioning, human programming. And we look at subjects like this on the show as to how human beings can be so easily hypnotized and controlled, and how it's done. And I think that we need to raise more questions about our true origins and how this could be and how this could take place for so long without there being a mass awakening that this is taking place. But this is not a collective shift in consciousness until you start to see a restoration of natural, healthy relationships. Whether it's not a master-slave relationship. But what is taking place in the political arena and the international arena is a macrocosm of what is happening in relationships between men and women. And this is something that I contemplate quite a bit.